basically I wanted to go over this real quick, just so I could just do it once and everybody can see it after in the recording. Um, so basically, I just made a schedule. This is like the schedule that we're on. First thing we're going through is like pre-rollout. So we're right here. Um, we've identified like everyone we want to reach out to, and kind of gotten all that organized. I'm really waiting for the audit to come back on the contract so that we have, solved all the issues that we're going to see and any security issues, and then I will share it with everyone, like the contract with everyone, and let all of the YouTubers take a look at it. So I'll be getting in contact with them like in the next day or two, and we'll hopefully be getting things going then. And then starting on Sunday, I want to start announcing to the Guff group, getting them going for like the next 4 or 5 days, and then the last 3 days will be just pure contract rollout for the launch. I really want to just concentrate it into 3 days because these particular contracts don't really need that much marketing, and it usually works better when it's all concentrated down. So, in the next week or two, I hope that we'll have the contract launched, and this is kind of the steps that we'll take. So, um, everyone you can just go in here and kind of take a look at exactly what needs to be done. Most of it is already in progress. If it's not, then we're going to be doing this at the end of the week. But just going in order, once we get to this point, Algo and the other dev will basically work on the DMs and the shilling in the inbox for Guff members only, starting on, let's just say this will start on Monday. Vita will be working on Twitter and basically getting the Twitter going and just doing some calls and kind of getting the first new members in. And then I will be working on getting VC protocol announcement out as well with Vita and with Adam and basically the other lead mod, because we'll basically be announcing that then. What that's going to allow people to do is to view their airdrops and earn additional tokens in the group. So we'll kind of start that, and we'll manage that for like 3 days, right? So like the next 3 days after that will be just more of like management and orientation. Most of that will be like Twitter messages or Telegram announcements, as well as just getting the mod team like oriented, right, and making sure that they can handle the load that they're going to see with the existing members and with new members. So that's going to be like days 2 through 4. Day 5, we're going to really pick things up and kind of start with the 500K groups that we have with the automated DM shilling. So we'll get that going and then start the tweets, like the more tweets and like the main tweets, and launch with the YouTubers and the videos. And we're hoping to do that by Friday. These days may be like a few days off, but that's kind of where we're thinking this week. And then the AMA, we've set up a lot of different AMAs. We're waiting to kind of get confirmation on which ones we want to run before and after, but we'll just concentrate all those down into 2 days. That will mostly just be in different groups, so there really won't be anything for us to do on that. Call groups, I may have someone handle the reach out for some of these different people, but in general, I'm kind of handling it. But we'll launch all of those different things kind of in between on day 5 and day 7. So day 7 hasn't really been put into here, but once you start getting about here, this is going to be the same thing that's happening from day 5 to day 7. And then really we'll have this automated campaign probably going for a long time. It's not going to be able to be done in 2 days. Most likely it'll be almost days and weeks, or we'll have to figure out how long it will go. But we have a VPS being set up to handle this, so it'll be running 24/7, and it won't basically take up anyone's computer. So like the basic plan here is to, we have an existing group of people. We want to make sure that we can activate those people first, get them oriented so that their conversation and their disposition is good, right? Like we want to make sure that they're happy, that they know that we're going to basically bring them back into the project, that we're going to be able to, be able to compensate them for their loss in terms of their token amounts, and that they'll be able to earn tokens and view those tokens. And that also that we have a system for them to earn tokens by crowdsourcing the marketing. And the reason why we want to do that first is because when we start adding new people, there's going to be a lot of questions thrown at us. The mods are going to be, just now getting oriented as well. So the community and the mods are going to kind of have almost the same level of knowledge. And because of that, we really want the community to take over the fact of like educating people who come in and say, what is this group or what is this project? How does it work? Answering the questions, using the commands, and kind of helping to lead and steer the conversation in a positive way. Because every person who comes in, from this massive campaign here, they're going to be a bit disoriented, and that's because we're just adding them to a random group. We're just sending them a random DM. We're all getting them all the time. So it's not really like it's the most, effective, right? It's like a very effective method because of the actual amount of people that we can talk to. So if we even convert 1% of these people, right, you're talking about a solid 5,000 people that we could be adding into the Gulf group, which is, 5xing the size and getting us close to, the size of some large groups who are launching projects in this vertical particularly. So, because of this, and because we're going to have just a bunch of new people from all of the other different things we're doing, especially YouTube, we want to make sure that all of their questions as they come in, that the community has the answers, the mods have the answers, and that we can kind of make sure to address that like super quick. Even if mods are sleeping, you have people who are active in the chat and can answer those questions. So with all that being said, that is the reason why we're going to roll out the Gulf group first. And then second, to kind of build on that, the next part is to really hit everything in a very, very short amount of time, right? This project is a minor project. Minor projects, really are all about people trying to get in first. Because of that, they have really, really good front-end investment. And I think that, our direction, our roadmap will make this more of a long-term hold for a lot of people. But we want to get and take advantage of that fact that people want to enter quickly and get as much awareness out and add as much of saturation as possible. And to do that, instead of spreading out a whole bunch of different efforts over a long period of time, it actually would help us to have a very, very quick launch and to concentrate all of these things down into one period of time and leave this going, because we'll have constant group growth, there'll be constant view growth on the videos as they continue. We're trying to basically nail down some of these YouTubers as ambassadors. We're going to be doing AMAs hopefully for the next 1 or 2 weeks as well. So it will be kind of a very quick launch, and then we'll be building on top of it, just staying consistent. And at that time, I think that we will have enough volume to, basically start looking at exactly what the income is from this pre-sale contract, which should allow us to begin the next phase of our launch, which would be, finalizing all of the pieces of the token contract and making sure all of that is put together properly and all of those different things, and then launching that, which we're already in the process of doing, right? We've all been talking about this for weeks, but I think that it's important that now that we're about to finish the budget, that we have a contract that is going to actually be able to raise that budget for us. And that's the reason why we're kind of working at this so quickly and furiously, and leaving some of the details of the greater project behind, because without the funding to continue on and to make that greater project a success, we won't be able to continue the project, and people won't be able to get the outcome that they want to get out of it. So it's important that we have something to start to help generate funds and to help basically build a community of investors that we can use to, again, collect funding and help market. And I think that we have all of those different things. So that's basically it. I just wanted to give an overview of the marketing strategy, how everything works, exactly what we're going to be doing, and the time, place, frame that takes place in. I will be communicating with all the mods this weekend and getting everything done. The thing that is holding us up right now, unfortunately, is still contract audits, right? Like recently we had a contract that one of our contracts was audited, and there was a few issues that we found, so those are being corrected. And we're still trying to nail down the best way to put some of those corrections in. The contract was done this morning. From what I understand, I need to basically now communicate with the development team and make sure that, with E, the main dev, to make sure that all of those changes were put in appropriately. From that, we would go through one more audit just to get a clean audit sweep and get that report. And then we'll be ready to launch. In the meantime, the most important things are aligning the marketing team and aligning the mod team to kind of undertake this process. So that means, like, I've spoken with Vita. He's already basically ready to do the Twitter situation. The Shield team, 1 out of 2 of the Shield team is going well. I think we'll have a full Shield team. We still need someone to run the Shield bot, the automated Shield bot, but I'm not as worried as that being a super needed piece of promotion. It would be nice, but we don't really need to have it done if no one knows how to do that. Algo, I know that you're working on the 500K DMs with the other dev, and you guys are going to basically be almost ready to do that probably at the beginning of the weekend, or later next week, which is okay because we only have a small campaign that will be running of about 1,000 to 1,300 people all the way till about Thursday, and then we'll really start the huge undertaking. And then getting in contact with YouTubers. That's really the only thing besides C protocol initialization, and I'm basically trying to handle that today. So yeah, I think that's really all that there is to it. I'm excited to see how this comes together. I'm going to be probably texting everyone pretty heavily over the rest of the week and the weekend to make sure that we are all understanding what's going on. I know that I'm still it seems like I'm still figuring out too, and it's just a lot for me to kind of try to manage all of it. So I want to make sure that I can answer any questions that you guys have and make sure that we're all on the same page so that we can have a great result next week and start getting everybody oriented for the project, and hopefully we actually make enough for everyone to start getting paid monthly, which is my goal kind of to start. So yeah, that's it. I know I just went on for forever, so do you have any questions?
Oh, good. So good.
Okay. I'm going to share this with the other dev as well and make sure that he can, kind of see what the whole plan is. And then we'll kind of start coordinating y'all's part in terms of the messages. Like I said, I've coordinated with the Schillers, and I'm just going to coordinate all of this with everyone kind of over the weekend and make sure we're all on the same page. And then I will keep you guys updated on development. And but regardless, next week is the start of launch week, so I'm super excited to launch and get something out and kind of transition this to an active project, which should be probably easier and harder at the same time. So yeah, I'll let you go, man. Have a great week, rest of your week, and I'll share this recording with you guys when I upload it.
Same here, man. I need to.
All right,
I
thank you,
appreciate
bro.
that. I will listen to the scraping file, so I will send that today or tomorrow. I'll make sure I send it to you for the
Okay.
2 groups you sent. So I'm sorry I haven't sent it before, but I will make sure I send it today or tomorrow.
No, bro, you're good. The other dev is working on putting all of the bots in the VPS. So when you get a chance, I can ping both of you guys or ping him in the marketing chat, and ask him, and just y'all can talk about how you can give him what you have so he can put it on the VPS too, because then you won't have to run it locally on your computer. You can just run it on the server. But yeah, I'll get with you offline about that. What's it called? He's putting together all that different stuff. So I guess really what we're doing is we're unifying everything now. So once that's done, I think we'll be ready to test and see how all that works, and see how we can tweak that, and then I think we'll be good to go. And so just take your time on that list. It's not a big deal. We can just probably do it on Saturday at the absolute latest, and the mod team will kind of start handling that as we start the launch week off. So that's kind of like an ongoing thing until Thursday. We'll just reach out to those people, do 1 or 2 passes on the DMs and the ads, and then you guys can kind of prepare for the big thing while the mods keep everyone active. So I do appreciate you for doing that as well. But I won't keep you, man. You have a good day. I'm going to